Good afternoon YouTube, welcome back to the channel. For those who don't know, my name's Matthew and this is Matthew Hawker Gaming. So today we're going to do another video for Eternal, which is another digital TCG. For those of my Magic players, we're going to say it's another one of the games I play. It is basically close to Magic. It's more similar to Magic than most games. Right, when you say I'm going to do another deck tech video. So today I'm going to play showcase my Xenan deck. So it's going to be a similar structure. I'm going to show you the deck, and then we're going to play some games and see how I do. I mean, say I've been playing Eternal for what, like now? I must be around 5 years, somewhere around that. I'd say I've been master rank for the last eight months, I believe. So I've got to the top 10 before. So I don't think I'm going to get there this month, but we're going to show you the deck. And we say I've got a lot of experience with TCGs in general, mainly come from a Magic background, so I've got 25 years in Magic. Alright, let's go to the thing. So we'll go to the thing. Alright, so we're going to play ranked. I'm just going to show you, so this is Xenan, so it's Time Shadow. So this is basically what is quintessentially a mid-range deck. For those that don't know what a mid-range is, it's basically an archetype that it's between. It's not quite a control deck. It's not quite an aggro deck. It's basically which and then more or less my favourite deck to play, or either that or aggro. But like I said, this deck is probably slightly harder to play than some of the decks I've featured before. But like I'll go through the deck and we'll show you some gameplay. All right. So we've got Last Chance. So this is, so those that don't know my Magic players. So in a deck in Eternal is 75 cards, and you've got basically a 5-card sideboard, which you basically have access to for stuff called merchants that basically enable you to access these additional cards. So they're like wishes in Magic. Okay, so Last Chance is the first spell. And for those that don't know, spells that generally cost 0 in these games, they're generally a mistake. So this is basically just a recursion spell. It's draw a unit from your void. It gets void bond, which means it won't be able to come back again, but that's fine. And then you say you've got basic ways. But quintessentially, you've got ways to send the things to the graveyard as well. So that enables you to get the things back. Okay, so the first thing we've got Darkwater Vines. It's a Mandrake. So Mandrake they're basically they're kind of like a creature type in this game. They're quite unique to this game. There's some other fantasy games that have like mandrakes in it. Harry Potter has got mandrakes in it. I can show you in the thing. Anyway, I digress. Right, so it's a 1/1 for 1. It's got regen. Regen works slightly differently in this game to Magic. It basically ignores the first set of basically time it's dealt damage, and then basically it removes the thing, and it won't be able to regen again. Its ultimate is whenever a player discards a card, it gets +1, and each player discards the bottom 4 cards of their deck. Right, so you've got Injustice. So Injustice, as opposed to the fighting game Injustice, so like I'm a big video game collector. You see, I've definitely owned Injustice. That's definitely a good game worth playing. It's a superhero beat 'em up. Alright, for Injustice in this game is look at the top 5 card of either player's deck. It's put 1 back on top, and that player discards the rest. The discard bit is the rest, because we're trying to discard the cards from our deck. It's basically a purple card, and you say, where do these purple cards? The purple cards are promos. So they come from events, basically. So you can craft them though. So that's where the Injustice comes from. So you've got Hourglass. So it's a relic, 2 casting cost relic. It's a bit like an enchantment or an artifact in Magic. It's at the start of your turn. Play a random power card from your void, which is basically it's like mana acceleration, and you've got various things that synergize with it. You've got Brand's Insight. This is fast, so it's like an instant. So you could basically draw a relic or unit from the top 4 cards of your deck. Discard the rest. Pretty good. And more mana ramp. It's forgotten. So time is one of the things that basically do mana ramp in this game. Ramp is an archetype in most like TCGs. The ones that have resources anyway. Some of these games don't have like resources in the way this game does. Right, you've got Spin Down. It's worth bearing in mind both of these 2 spells are fast, so you can do them at the end of their turn, or if that benefits you. It's play a power card of your choice from your void, or put a non-power card from your void on top of your deck. You've got Vine Crafter. That's one of the ways to access your market. So you've got it's a 2 mana 2/2 with regen. There's quite a lot of things in this deck that have regen. So its ultimate is pay 3, swap a card from your hand for a purple card or factionless card from your market, then give a unit in your hand +1/+1 and regen. So we've got now is a good time to explain the market cards. So you've got the 5 market cards. So you've got the first one is End of an Era, which is a 5 purple and shadow for End of an Era. It's kill each unit, relic, and site with casting cost 3 or less. If 6 or more cards are cast this way, create Dizzo's Office, which basically is a. Can I show you the office? I can't really show it to you. I don't know how to use it. Oh, okay, so I don't. So then we've got Gasping Shadows, 5 casting cost with double purple threshold. Play a unit from your void, which is quite. Then we've got Pale Rider's Timepiece. Quite a lot of the things in the market have a high color threshold. So this is 4 purple, for instance. So you've got 6 casting cost. This is a weapon. So it's got Flying, Deadly, Killer, and Lifesteal. Spell cost 6. Play the Witching Hour means just you pay an additional 6. Then you play 4 Pale Riders. When you play a non-pale card, you reduce the cost, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Then you've got Crow. I'm not actually sure if this one should be in there or not. I haven't really used him that much recently. So it's an 8 casting cost. It's triple purple or Shadow. As you say, Shadow is one of my chinchillas. So check out my chinchilla video. They're a South American rodent. Anyway, my dog Soph is a Shih Tzu. She's basically Xenan. She's effectively Xenan, which is what they call it in this game. It would be black-white if you were Magic. Right, it is purple when it deals damage to a player. Play a unit from their void with cost less than or equal to the damage dealt. Exhausted. It has Fate. Deals damage equal to your remaining power. But the thing, and this is the card. This is the card we wish we get most of the time. Well, it's either that or End of the Era. It's End of the Era if you're trying to survive. Subversion just normally wins you the game. This is another promo card, and that's how they release the cards in the game now, because they haven't done a main set in like a year. They take the opposite equivalent to Magic. Magic makes too many cards. Eternal don't do enough. They only release promos now, effectively, which is effectively like 1 card a week or so, thereabouts. Alright, this is 9 casting cost with triple shadow threshold. Subversion of Nature is choose 1 basically. It says steal and ready each enemy unit this turn. It will give them, it means, and they can attack as this turn, or steal and draw the enemy player's hand. So this, if they have basically a nice large board, you basically steal their board and you can just attack them. And if they decide to, or they're more control deck, and they decide to hold cards in their hand, so you basically take their entire hand, basically, as long as the spell resolves. So there's only that. Right, those are the market cards. We'll carry on with the deck. I thought I'd better show you those now. That was the Vinecrafter. Then you've got the Keratin Merchant. So like, the Merchants are all pretty good. As I say, this one has Deadly, which is Death Touch and Magic. Then you've got the thing. This deck is slightly more expensive than some of the decks, though. This is like on the crafting thing. But I feel the crafting for this game is quite generous as opposed to Magic, where you have to have Magic, you have to have the wild cards. This, you can just craft the cards outright if you can't open them. Alright, so this is Katara, the first seal. As you see, it's got quadruple shadow cost. Double time. So its spells can't leave the enemy void, which is good in certain matchups. It is a surge, which means basically when you gain an influence, you gain it gains +1/+1 and you gain 1 health. It's summon, you play a power card from your void depleted for each of your units. So if you can get that out early, it basically accelerates you, and it's good against the fire-based decks that have like lots of damage. Right, so you've got Rift Feeder Wasp. This is one of the best cards in the game, to be honest. I feel it's very fancy. It's got landfall, so it's a 5 casting cost. Which sorry if I use all the Magic terms, but I do play both games. Right, it's 5 double time for 3/3 with Flyer. Well, it's a Flying Hill Charm, effectively, but like it's got other stuff. It summons you, draws you 2 random power cards from your deck, so it helps you to build up your power bases. And it has empowered +2/+2, which means when you play a power card, it will get +2/+2, and that's permanent. It's not just to the end of the turn. So then you have Fear. Yep, this is another legendary. This is the highest rarity card in the game. I believe it's 1 in 10? I think it's 1 in 10. And again, it has quadruple shadow cost. So this is a 7/7. It has Inscribe, which basically means Inscribe is basically you can play it as a power card. A tapped sigil, basically. Yeah. So it has unblockable and deadly when you have 10 or more cards in your void. So it means it kill the opponent fairly quickly. It's when you inscribe Fear, each player discards the top 2 cards of their deck. Then we've got the last unit in the deck. We've got Azindul. He's a Radiant, which is one of the more iconic things in this game. The Umbras and Lumias, I believe. I think they're Light and Dark Radiants. I know something about this story, but not a huge amount. I'm not a huge story person for these TCGs generally. Anyway, I think it's probably better than Magic, the storyline. Right, let me know if you know much about the storyline in Eternal. Alright, let me know. So this is Azindul, so he's a hero. So basically a hero in the game, for those who know. It's basically like, it's a bit like a subclass. You have things that interact with heroes. But, yeah, anyway. So it's an 8 casting cost. It's only double time, double shadow for a 7/7. It's when one of your units hits the enemy player, draw the top card of their deck and reduce its cost by 2. And it's something you play 2/1/1 Hellasai with deadly and unblockable, so it means the Hellasai are quite good against discouraging them to attack you. And if they don't attack you, they can attack them and they're more likely to draw something. Then we've got the basics effective. So we've got Time Sickles, 4 of them. Shadows, we've got 4. We've got the Vows. So the Vows are basically, I'm not sure what set they started at, but they're basically they're similar to a fetch land in Magic. So they basically, you can discard, when it comes into play, you can discard a Sigil from your deck to gain an influence of that type and take 1 damage. You have good synergy with the things wherein it says discard with it, and they also, I mean, you're more likely to be able to play them back from the graveyard. Right, and you can get like double triggers on some of the stuff like the Wasp and that. And then we've got like so we've got like 2 each of most of those. Just look at the numbers. I mean, you say most of the cards are 4 of them. These. We've got the thing, we've got Seat of Mystery, so that's like a double resource in the thing. It enters in play unless you have a Sigil. The Seat Collects, which is depleted unless you already have triple time or triple shadow. If you have both, you create a treasure trove, which is a 2 cost draw card basically, and you gain 1 of each. Yeah. Right, so right, that's the deck. We're going to go into some gameplay. I'm only at gold. I'm trying to get to at least diamond before the season resets. The season's resetting. They reset at the beginning of the month. Right, wish me luck. I'll show you what. I'm going to show you at least 3 games. Anyway, wish me luck. Anyway, hope people are enjoying their weekend. What I'm going to be doing today, other than this, I did a bit of shiny hunting on Pokemon this morning. Not very successful. Anyway, you see, I'll be watching the wrestling Clash in Paris later. WWE fan. So right, you have to look at your hand and say, I don't think that's good. I don't have anything early. I mean, so I'm going to send up one. That's probably you mulligan as in Magic. It's a thing. Although there is a slight difference because in this, I mean, these hands aren't looking very good. I'm afraid I'm going to send that one back again. So from your second hand onwards, you get fixed power. So you get between 2 and 6 power in the first time. So basically, our aim is to get the Vine. So we're just going to play this now, tapped, depleted. Then we'll. Oh, it's depleted and less. Sorry, this hand isn't very good anyway. Right, I'll play the Vine. Yeah. So you get between 2 and 4 power in your opening hand. So it basically means you're more likely to get a game. Right, so now we can do stuff. Right, so we're going in with the Vines, basically. So we're going to play this Vine. And we're going to play this pre-combat as well, because we want to make this bigger. I'm basically pretty much all in on this, to be honest. Right. See if we can gain it. And you see what they're playing. They're mostly, it's going to be a red fire-based deck. Right, so we're going to attack with this. I'm trying to remember what what's the fire time combination. I'm trying to remember what they're all called. I can't remember all the combinations. Oh, it's Praxis. Now I remember. Yeah, I've got a Praxis, and you can play this Praxis thing in your deck even though you are only in half the color.
Feel
it's
the
similar
heat.
to playing the fetch lands in Magic. Remind myself on what this does. Since when you play a spell with 5 or more casting costs, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Okay, so that's and summon the plunder. I'm just going to carry on doing this, and it's worth doing it now, pre-combat, because it will make the vines bigger. You see, I've just pitched a load of stuff to the graveyard. Right, so now we can attack all in. One. yeah, see if they block, that's fine. I can't really do anything. This game doesn't look particularly interesting. Let's see if the vines do. Oh, the vines do a group as well, I believe. So yeah, they're basically a bigger practice deck. So we're going to probably start playing dragons. Okay, we've actually got something there, so we can. Well, the first thing we're going to do is attack, and then we have to think about what we're going to get out of the market. I'm probably going to get the 9 casting cost thing, because if we get to that, we just win. I'm probably going to play the merchant now because I feel it's a thing. Yeah, I'll play the merchant
You buying
now.
or not?
I'm gonna. It's going to be this to go back because we need the more with the quad casting cost for the thing. So we're going to play this. I'll play the resource and pass. For those new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me going. I've been going like 3 years now on YouTube. I mean, you say I'll keep doing these videos. I mean, I don't do Eternal as much as some people, but like I'm trying to build up a nice variety of content. Right. So what we're gonna do? So I can't remember when you play with Spell 5 more. Yeah. So that's not likely to attack. You say I can probably attack with everything because I don't mind if the merchant goes. I don't think he's blocking it, to be honest. I mean, is he going to block these? He can block one of these fairly safely, which I feel is what he's doing. Yeah. I'm just going to play this. Unfortunately, you basically need to take damage from them, but like, it's just like a fetch line effectively. It thins your deck. Alright, so, yeah, he's going to get a trigger. That has Overwhelm, which is like, alright. So now we can. I think we're probably going to play more defensively because we're probably going to play the Mandrake and just pause. I don't really want to get rid of this. I probably want to wait a turn. Yeah, I'll just wait with it. So, yeah. Anyway, say I'm probably going to get the if I get the 5 casting cost thing out of my market, the end of an era. Yeah, so they're going to start getting good synergies off this. I'm glad they didn't shoot the Mandrake, but like, alright, so that's fine. So we're going to use this ability. We choose this, we're going to put End of an Era back, and just pass. Because we're going to get Ditzo's Office in it, which we can see if we can showcase that for you. It basically gives all your units a life link effectively, and then you say it has some other goodies on it as well. They're only on 9. Yeah. Full 1 dragon's got a casting cost. Yeah, actually, I might as well just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll just take it because they can these kills, and then they say they regen. They'll regen this. I can kill nearly all of this. Yeah. Oh, my guy's regened already? I'm not sure. Alright. I don't really think I had a choice. Anyway, I'll see if I can stabilize. I am worried about dying. Our start's been quite poor anyway. Alright, I can show you the office anyway. So this is basically, it's like a planeswalker in Magic. It's what's called a site in this game. It starts with 4 effective things where your opponent can attack it, deal it damage, or attack you. They basically have to either attack all out. Yeah, I'm just dead. They've just shot me for 8 the thing. Oh well, my hand wasn't very good anyway. Alright. I feel in general the red deck is a good matchup. Anyway, we can say that was only game 1. Let's see if we can come back. Right. One of my friends is on at the moment, and as you see my avatar is calling a herd. It comes from a magic card. That is basically quintessentially effectively 2 lands, 2 resources. I'm going to send it back. I can do better. I think it's close. I feel if I had another one, I'd keep it. It's not great either. Send back again. I'll keep it. Again, not an amazing hand. Sorry if these games aren't going to be that interesting. I'll do my best. Alright, so let's see what I want to do. So I can play this depleted and pass. I'll probably just do that and play this and pass. Yeah, now that's looking a bit more promising. So I can basically do two things. I can basically look at the top 5 cards of my deck. I'm basically going to keep one, so I'm going to keep, say, the Riftweed and Wasp. So then I can also do this. Oh. I can't remember how this interaction. I think I get the Wasp, so I'll do it now. I'm not sure if I get the Wasp or not. Then I can use like the Hourglass to get the things back. You do keep the card that you basically picked because you could draw it. Like in Magic, it would be basically you looking at the top card of your library. You wouldn't get to keep the card if you shuffled it away. Anyway, so in this game it works slightly differently. Okay, so we're going to basically start with the Arcane Hourglass, and that basically, and then we're going to keep cycling through our deck. Right now we've getting like an additional one every turn, more or less. So then we can get to this. And then get something from the market, and if we're going to try, that's annoying. There was that. My maximum hand size is 2. Oh no, that's really bad. Right, so that forces me to play for everything. So we're going to play this, then we're going to play this, and then we're going to basically play our entire hand like that. It's a curse, relic. That's probably I can't remember that one. Okay, it means that means I can't hold. It's probably quite reasonable against me, to be honest. All right, let's see if I can think. Them having Aegis is really annoying because it means I can't target them with my spells.
Choose
right, but we'll see what we can do. What's the converted cost of it? Oh, right, 4. So, I mean, the end of the era won't get rid of it, for instance. Right. Right, so it's not too bad. We can basically... I'll play this first. Right, then we can say we can attack with these. We're not going to get a huge amount of damage in. Play the Hourglass, I guess. It's going to make this quite big. So if they don't have an answer for the Wasp, we might just win by the Wasp. Whereas before, I would say my plan... I feel they're probably just going to wipe the board. I don't know if they have a damage-based spell or not. I mean, I'm not sure what I should do. I think I should just block. I don't know. They're probably just going to wipe the board. Okay. Heavy Hell. A good card. So unless they had another spell, the Wasp would have been out of range of that, if the thing. But like, I wasn't to know. Both players draw a card. Oh, that is now interesting, because now I can target them with this, and it will get rid of the Aegis, and I think I can get the Vinecrafter back. Right, I'm going to target them with this. It's not going to happen. Right, so that gets rid of that. Then I draw a unit from my void. Get the Vinecrafter, which is that. So then I go like that. Then I go for the Subversion. Attack with this and attack with this. And just pause. Now see what they happen. If they don't have Aegis, I'm going to just take their entire hand and I should win from that position. Even if they wipe... Oh, the difference is I will steal their hand, but I will have to discard a lot of it, but they will be top decking. So it's not as good as it would be. And it's whether they have any interaction quintessentially for that or not. I will have to discard, though, but they won't have a hand.
Choose a path.
But like, I will play my thing just in just to mean I keep the best 2 cards in their hand. Alright, I'll see what they got. I'm not sure if the subversion's going to resolve though, so we'll see. They don't have many cards left, so we will see. Yeah, so yeah, okay, that's fine. It's done its job. I will discard. You see, they put so many cards from the market in additional copy in the 20s, so I might have milled some of them off. I don't know. I'm tempted to play this because I'm just going to draw the cards. I'm going to play as an adult instead of this. This might be wrong.
Shall witness true power.
And just pass. I'm not sure if that's right or not. I could have done it, but they don't have. Let's see if any of these cards were likely to be things they got from the market. Yeah, Crisis of Faith maybe was the card they would. I would think that's probably a card they got out of the market. It's basically each player discards their hand and draws that many cards. It's a windfall in Magic. I mean, imagine the Herons in the main deck. I should be able to get good value next turn, but I'm possibly going to have to discard a load of cards.
Secrets cannot
At the end of your turn, the player of your choice discards their hand and draws that many cards. Interesting. Okay. Right, so I can attack him with the things to start with. I say like this 7 1 1. I'll just attack with those. See, I'm not even sure if I want to play the subversion that in turn because I don't feel not. I'll curse them.
The ritual is complete.
I can discard their card, it doesn't help. I mean, like, they're definitely not going to want... The thing is, they may make me draw cards, but, like, I'm at the point where I might be able to steal their board and just kill them. Yeah, it's like, okay, we'll go in with that. They want, at the end of the turn, the play of your choice. I can get rid of this, right? It doesn't actually matter.
I will be.
They're probably going to wipe the board again, I would expect. Yeah, kill all units. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right. So now I'll subversion them. Thanks. Right. I'll get is it player unit from my void out of the thing? She's got to discard. I can discard Forget and Find. And I can discard this. Doesn't do anything. I've got a negate. An unseal, which is like a negate effectively. Well, this is an interesting game. We're stealing parts of the opponent's deck and using them against. I mean, the subversion was pretty good. Right, so we basically play a unit from void.
You'll do.
probably the war, to be honest. Although we're not going to get that much value off it, is the thing that kills the opponent the quickest. Right, we're going to basically discard a load of cards also. I probably should have done this first in hindsight because it means I would have, because I probably, yeah. Well, so we can play that and then we can end turn and we discard that. Doesn't really matter. So we have probably a game next turn. We got 16. They can basically, yeah. There you go. I'm not sure I did that 100% correctly, but we got there in the end. That was like, say, plan B after we had to deal with the. We found a way to get around the ageist effect. Right, so that was game 2. So we'll show you at least another game. I've got a pack to open as well. That was probably from my first win of the day, which was not on the. What I didn't show you that. Brewmaster. Seem to remember playing against this person before. Right, so we've got the basically accelerate thing, but we don't have a lot to do, so I probably don't want to keep it. That's a bit better. We've got the accelerators. We've got we've color fix. Yeah, we'll keep that. All right. Right. So we basically since we've got the hourglass, we probably want to do this, and you have to do it straight away. Unfortunately, unlike in Magic, you can wait. Anyway, we want to basically put them into the graveyard. Effectively, void it's called in this game, and then so we can bring them back later. Right, so our next choice is we're probably better doing this now. We didn't hit an additional. We got 1 in the thing, so I was hoping to hit more because then its Forgotten Find is better because it brings 2 of them back. We're playing against another. Sorry, my mind slips which faction I'm playing against. Right, so we did. So now we have 2 in the bin. Now we can play 2 power cards from Void depleted. So we played 2 of them, which brings us up to 5. Praxis. Now I remember it's the fire time one, and these are the sentinels. They're like little robot things, or well, they can be little. Some of them are quite large actually. They're like the guardians, kind of. You see, that was featured in my deck before. Check out, obviously I've done other videos showing my deck. So I featured my time deck, and the time deck, fire deck, justice deck, I think are the 3 I featured. Right, so now I have to think what I want to do. I can play the character, but look, it doesn't really do anything. I can play this, I might as well play this. This will give me the thing, so that will at least take me to the 4 resource. I can play this, but it doesn't really do anything other than it blocks. I can play this at the moment. I won't get value off it. I won't play this and pass. I feel they've got something because it's pausing. Yeah, so that means they get a 1 cultist and they get a 5 casting cost card, which they'll be able to do next turn if they have another sigil. I'm using Streamlabs desktop to record this, although the game is available on mobile, and I do believe it's available on Switch, funnily enough. We may be in trouble here. I don't think we're recovering from this. I'm going to have to play this. Actually, we'll do this. So the advantage of me playing this now, I get 1 additional, but then I have more available. I'll do this now. I think it's better for me to do this. I think so. That's going through in the air. That's got double damage. That's going to take me to 6, so it takes me to 4. Blocks this. Yeah, I know it's probably winning. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only 9. So I'm going to play that.
The ritual is complete.
If they have 1 more point, they win. I can block one of the 2 battle things. The bird is 6, the phoenix. Yeah, that's like an overrun effect. Right. doesn't make any difference. Alright, so unfortunately we're down. Alright, this deck isn't the easiest deck to play for sure, but like I feel I've got bad draws. I mean, you say trying to mitigate the bad draws. Alright, what are we on? What was that game? 3? Oh, I mean, I'll carry on going. I'll be having my tea somewhat after this video. I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm going to have today. I might have sausages. I feel that's all right. That's okay. I'll keep it. Oh no, it doesn't have the. I thought it had the vine in the opening. No, probably not. I'll keep it. It's only okay. But like, we'll see. We don't have any of the things but yeah. So that means they're playing all 5 colours effectively, right? So we're just going to basically we'll start with inscribing this. We can always get it back later. We've got the thing that draws card from the void. I would quite like the vines actually. I'm tempted to get the vine back. I don't need to do it now. That's it. We can do it at any point. I'm tempted to do it on them because they're. It's the interaction between those. It's like I'm just going to do this. I'm tempted to get my vine back. Like it's like only okay. I'll get the vine back. I mean, it's like maybe it's all right. I could have done it in a different order, but I chose not to do it. Yeah, it was like you tried to alter what their deck does. Where you can use that card a bit like a filtering. I think I knew what they had scouted to the top, and I don't think they're going to get the card they chose.
By my calculations.
Right, let's see if we can stabilize. Like they've got. So we feel taking the cards out of their hand are probably game over if we get to that point. Anyway, we're trying to get to the point where we can do that. Right, so we're best going to do these. Right, so we basically just going to do this. You see how big that got. It milled out a lot of their decks. So they're basically just playing 5 good stuff effectively. Right, so we want basically to get to, we're playing this, we're hopefully going to get to the point where we can accelerate and we'll get the subversion out of the market and cast that, and that normally wins us the game. I think the hit rate on that card is quite high. Now, I can't remember if that was the second sight I gave them or was it another copy, because I thought the one I saw was regular, not like the foil effectively. I don't feel the 5 colour deck should be a problem. We will see. Alright. Yeah, torch, that's fine. It's okay. It basically doesn't have a huge thing. Right, so how many resources? I'm just checking how many sigils. We've only got 1 sigil in the graveyard. Okay. We'll attack with one of them. I'm not going to attack with the second one. I'd rather leave it black as water. Because this can, if it gets a thing, it gets through, it gets accelerates. Yeah, sure, that's going to kill my unit. That's alright, that doesn't really matter that much. I left one back. That's the second sight that I gave them, I believe, because it is the can't remember, shiny, prismatic, whatever the term is from this game, shiny equivalent. Alright. Now that is good because that means we'll basically use that. We can mill off some stuff. Have we hit any resources? We've got 1 still in the yard, so we can use this to get 1 back. That would take me to 7. I'm gonna do it.
The ritual is complete.
see if they want to trade or not. Are we getting there? The thing I'm looking at is the spell subversions at 9 casting cost. So we need 2 more. There's not anything in the void, but we can get there. Yeah, they're going to basically keep killing my units, which are fair enough. But they don't have anything proactive to play. They're playing a load of reactive things currently. Right. See, I've got 4 cards left. Ideally, I'll get something to play. If the card that I draw isn't very good, I can basically... Yeah, they're taking what they're going to get out of the void. I would think they may silence another unit. Yeah, but they still need
You buying or
a
not?
resource to do that. Right, so I'm going to get the subversion. Balls. Still need to do get some resources, but we know basically one of the ones where you can sacrifice to put the one in the bin will do it on the turn after. Yeah, they're keeping on killing things. They might not have much in their hand. All right, so oh yeah, it's just pulse. Yeah. So they're basically missing their time component. They basically need time. I don't know if they have time actually. No. So again, none of these cards do anything currently. I can play another one, but it doesn't do anything. I can start chipping them, but it doesn't really make any difference. I just basically need to get there. They're building up their hand, which is, yeah, in theory that's fine, but it's whether they have incidental counter effects, but they've killed a lot of my units, but so they have the silence effect in their hand if they draw a time unit, which I'm sure they'll do. Yeah, so that's another torch. That's got regen, so it will survive that. Alright, so we've got another unit. Alright. I'm just going to start attacking. I'm basically 1 resource short, so... Yeah, okay, so we'll see what happens. They still basically need their thing. Oh, Lady Hawk, I've noticed it. So yeah, so that one is your... What does that one do? So it's in... Oh, power card from void depleted for each of your units. Sure, so we'll do that now. I'm sure it's...
The ritual is complete.
Didn't get any good value off that. So this has also got endurance. Alright, so that's basically what we have. Now it's, do we think they have interaction or not? This has endurance, which is like vigilance in magic. So I'm going to attack with this and see what happens.
Hear my power!
Yeah, I'm probably just going to wait because I don't feel I've got any pressure on me. They don't have their time resource yet. Right, so we say let's see. We'll try and block some spells. All right, can we see if we can get something like a rift whip feeder, for instance? I'm seeing what they like. So I can play this. I'm just trying to force some kind of interaction out of them, so I'm just trying to test, because I don't really want to play the subversion if I feel they're going to do something with it. This sick. No need to play the subversion. Apparently, they obviously had some things they couldn't cast. All right, what are we going to play? We'll play one more. What are we? 2-2 now. We came back. Right, we're just opening the chest. And you see there's chests. You basically for every 3 wins you get something. It's not. You can get packs as well for those on some of the diamond the bigger chests. and sometimes they upgrade. Yeah, so quite a lot of the names I recognise. The people, there's probably not that many. I feel that's okay. Well, basically, I've got a. If this wasn't a shadow resource, I've got the injustice and the vines. I'll keep it. I think as is probably fine. Oh, I've got a second shadow here as well, so it's probably fine. I'm likely to do this on the first turn. Oh, I could do this first. Thank you. Yeah, so the community on the game is quite, I would say, relatively friendly. I've got quite a few friends on this game. As I say, but there are not very many people that play, I don't think. One of my friends is on now. Yeah, but you say, in addition to the content for this game, I do lots of MTG content. I do various videos on showing my decks on Arena. I've done videos showcasing various draft content. I do things showing my physical pack openings. These are mainly for Magic, but they do crossover. I do I've done digital pack openings for Hearthstone as well, and showcasing my in-paper Commander decks as well. I do that as well. If you've only played this game and haven't played MTG, it's worth checking it out. Alright, I'm gonna look up the top 5 cards of mine. None of this really does anything, to be honest. I'll take the insight. I maybe should have taken a resource, but there we go. Play this. Right, so how many have I got in the bin? I've got 2 resources in there. So I can get 3, so I can get 3 next turn. I'll just pause. Spin down's a fast effect, but yeah. I also do various. Yeah, so they're going to exploit me. I'm just going to play the powerful mode Void now.
I can't lose.
Now I'll give them a choice of what they want. See, if they take either of these 2, the last chance means I can get either of these back. If they targeted the spin down, for instance, I couldn't basically use it. So I feel, yeah, that's probably okay. I don't think I want to get it back particularly. Now I have to worry if they have what I regard as an interaction. I'm going to draw a relical unit from the top and take that as a back. Right, so what I've got, yeah, I've got some power cards on there, so I've got 4. Right, attack. Yes, I do various video game content in addition. I mean, say they'll all be linked in the playlists below, so hopefully you join me for some of those. Alright, hopefully you're enjoying your day. Yeah, that's Decoro, Deco, I believe. Yeah, Decoro, so sorry if that pronounced it a bit wrong. This is basically, it's when he attacks, each enemy unit gets -1/-1. It's alright against the small things in my deck, the vines, for instance. I'm not really that sure. I need to get something. I probably want to get end of an is it? Won't get rid of it. Oh, maybe play a unit for my Void might be better. What's in the bin? With the 5 casting cards, so I can get Cattery out of the bin. It's not going to be amazing. Yeah, I think that's probably what I want. Not going to be amazing.
I will root out all the corruption.
Yep, more discard. This one does have a small draw thing. If I can kill it, I get a justice sigil, which basically, yeah, that's fair. Contraband. Not looking so good, this one. So the card backs, I can tell you about the card backs. So this is one of my favourite ones. They say, where do they come from? They come from the leagues. They do sealed leagues each month. This isn't looking good. Until your next turn, so it will get better. So I'm basically trying to get stuff out. So I'm basically going to have to get this. I don't know really what I want. I'll get the Pale Rider's Timepiece. I don't think it's going to be good enough, but like maybe. Yeah, they come from the Sealed League. So they offer Sealed League every single month, and then you just say these are like progressive sealed decks. So
I've got their
they're
position.
not quite the equivalent of them. They're more like a league. So at the start of each month, you get various amounts of packs you can open, and then you play a certain amount of games. You can play up to 10 games plus tiebreakers each week, and then at the end of the games, you get. You play your games, then the next week you get some more packs, and you then basically get stuff at the rewards at the end of the month. I'm not winning this game.
Another
Yep.
round in the chamber.
Yeah, maybe I'll stabilize. I don't know, but they can't attack me on the ground with my 2 deadly things, right? Like, can I stabilize? So next time I'll take 5, but like I might be all right. I don't know. Right, so we play this. We have to play it, and it gives me another thing. So I'm going to get to £6 next turn. I need to get to this basically to maybe have a chance. I'm going to take, if they have a removal spell, I think I lose this turn because they're never really to attack for. Like, no, they don't. If they have torch or something, double torch, right. Unfortunately, I think I lose. I'll see if what I can get. Yeah, that would be it, because that gives me the power I need to get to the thing. I won't be able to get to it this turn. I'm just dead, so I'll give up. All right, I think we're probably done for the day anyway. What was that? 5 games, 2-3 in the end, and yeah, I'm not still in gold rank. I'll probably get to diamond anyway. All right, let's just show you the packet of what I opened, and then we'll round out. It's a cold hunt packet today, not the most recent set we know. Right, it's just a rare Rat King. Yeah, that's all right. It's definitely sees play, but it's not. I've already got them. As you see, I've got like 96,000 thing, 100 and something, and some other gems as well. Right, so let's just basically destroy these. Right, I'm nearly up to 100k. I'll probably make some more decks in a minute. All right, thanks very much for joining me for Eternal. As I said, this has been Matthew, and this has been Matthew Hawker Gaming. Please like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel, and check out my other MTG and video game content. And we will see you again shortly. Oh, you say if you're also interested in various other TCGs, I've basically done some what I call from a Magic player's perspective series, where I cover various digital, mainly digital TCGs and roguelikes, and I show you. Well, so the most recent one I showed was Shadowverse. I did a couple of videos on Shadowverse. They'll be linked in the thing. It will be from a Magic Player's Perspective series, and it will be the most recent 2 videos. Anyway, so I recommend checking out Shadowverse. It's got a fairly negative review on Steam, which I really don't understand why. I think the game is relatively good. It's more closer to Hearthstone than Magic, though, if that affects you. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.